Thank you for tuning in to the Chicama Live Show. I present to you the top 50 funniest jokes ever told. A woman gets on a bus with her baby. The bus driver says, "Ugh, that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." The woman walks to the rear of the bus and sits down fuming. She says to a man next to her, "The driver just insulted me." The man says, "You go up there and you tell him off. Go on, I'll hold your monkey." I'll hold your monkey for you. Oh, I went to the zoo the other day. There was only one dog in it. It was a Shih Tzu. Dyslexic man walks into a bra. Oh, God. A young blonde woman is distraught because she fears her husband is having an affair. So she goes to a gun shop and buys a handgun. The next day, she comes home to find her husband in bed with a beautiful redhead. She grabs the gun and holds it to her own head. The husband jumps up out of bed, begging and pleading with her not to shoot herself. Hysterically, the blonde responds to her husband, "Shut up, you're next." I said to the gym instructor, "Can you teach me to do the splits?" He said, "How flexible are you?" I said, "I can't make Tuesdays." Police arrested 2 kids yesterday. One was drinking battery acid. The other was eating fireworks. They charged one and left the other one off. 2 Ariels meet on a roof, fall in love, get married. The ceremony was rubbish, but the reception was brilliant. What? What the hell is an Ariel? "Doc, I can't stop singing the green, green grass of home," he said. "That sounds like Tom Jones syndrome. Is it common?" I asked. It's not unusual," he replied. "I'm on a whiskey diet. I lost 3 days already." A man walks into a bar with a roll of tarmac under his arm and says, "Pint, please, and one for the road." I went to the doctor's the other day and I said, "Have you got anything for wind?" So he gave me a kite. My mother-in-law fell down a wishing well. I was amazed. I never knew they worked. I saw this bloke chatting up a cheetah. I thought, he's trying to pull a fast one. A woman has twins and gives them up for adoption. One of them goes to a family in Egypt and is named Amal. The other one goes to a family in Spain. They name him Juan. Years later, Juan sends a picture of himself to his mom. Upon receiving the picture, she tells her husband that she wished she also had a picture of Amal. I already know where this is going. Her husband responds, "But they are twins. If you've seen Juan, you've seen Amal." There's 2 fish in a tank, and one says, "How do you drive this thing?" I went to buy some camouflage trousers the other day, but I couldn't find any. When Susan's boyfriend proposed marriage to her, she said, "I love the simple things in life, but I don't want one of them for my husband." What? My therapist says I have a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that. I rang up British Telecom. I said, "I want to report a nuisance caller." He said, "Not you again." I met a Dutch girl with inflatable shoes last week. Phoned her up to arrange a date, but unfortunately she popped her clogs. A jump lead walks into a bar. The barman says, "I'll serve you, but don't start anything." Slept like a log last night. Woke up in the fireplace. A priest, a rabbi, and a vicar walk into a bar. The barman says, "Is this some kind of joke?" A sandwich walks into a bar. The barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve food in here." The other day I sent my girlfriend a huge pile of snow. I rang her up. I said, "Did you get my drift?" I cleaned the attic with the wife the other day. Now I can't get the cobwebs out of her hair. Went to the paper shop. It had blown away. A group of chess enthusiasts checked into a hotel and were standing in the lobby discussing their recent tournament victories. After about an hour, the manager came out of the office and asked them to disperse. But why, they asked as they moved off. Because, he said, I can't stand chestnuts boasting in an open foyer. That's appropriate for the holiday, right? I was in Tesco's and saw this man and woman wrapped in a barcode. I said, "Are you two an item?" I'm in great mood tonight because the other day I entered a competition and I won a year's supply of Marmite, 1 jar. So I went to the Chinese restaurant and this duck came up to me with a red rose and says, "Your eyes sparkle like diamonds." What kind of accent is this? I said, "Waiter, I asked for a romantic duck." No. "Waiter, I asked for aromatic duck." 4 fonts walk into a bar and the barman says, "Oi, get out. We don't want your type in here." Yeah, I get that joke because I do graphics all the time. I was having dinner with Garry Kasparov, world chess champion, and there was a Czech tablecloth. It took him 2 hours to pass me the salt. There was a man who entered a local paper's pun contest. He sent in 10 different puns in the hope that at least one of the puns would win. Unfortunately, no pun in 10 did. I went down to the local supermarket. I said, "I want to make a complaint. This vinegar's got lumps in it," he said. "Those are pickled onions." I backed a horse last week at 10-1. It came in at 4:15. I swear, the other day I bought a packet of peanuts, and on one packet it said, "May contain nuts." Well, yes, that's what I bought the boogers for. You'd be annoyed if you opened it and a socket fell out. A lorry load of tortoises crashed into a trainload of terrapins. What a turtle disaster. My phone will ring at 2 in the morning, and my wife will look at me and go, "Who's that calling at this time?" I don't know. If I knew that, I wouldn't need the bloody phone. I said to this train driver, "I want to go to Paris." He said, "Eurostar?" I said, "I've been on telly, but I'm no Dean Martin." 2 Eskimos sitting in a kayak were chilly, but when they lit a fire in the craft, it sank, proving once and for all that you can't have your kayak and heat it. I've got a friend who's fallen in love with 2 school bags. He's bisexual. You see, my next door neighbor worships exhaust pipes. He's a Catholic converter. A 3-legged dog walks into a saloon in the Old West. He slides up to the bar and announces, "I'm looking for the man who shot my paw." I tried water polo, but my horse drowned. I'll tell you what I love doing more than anything. Trying to pack myself in a small suitcase. I can hardly contain myself. So I met this gangster who pulls up the back of people's pants. It was Wedgie Cray. Went to the corner shop. Bought 4 corners. A seal walks into a club. I went to the doctor's the other day and he said, "Go to Bournemouth. It's great for flu." So I went and I got it. And that's the top 50 funniest jokes.